Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put this cute little macrame piece onto a jar. Now, what you're going to need for this project is a jar. This one here was just an old pickle jar, so it really doesn't make any difference what kind of jar you use, just get a jar. This one here that I'm going to use today is just an old mason jar. I've got some sand in there from when we went to the ocean back in 2005. So, then you're going to need some rope. You're not going to need very big rope because, of course, it's a little jar. So, this is just some yarn that I've got laying around. You're going to need some scissors. And you're going to need something to wrap your yarn on. This is so you can measure your yarn and it's all going to be about the same size. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie just a little bit of this rope or yarn around this jar lid. Really loose so you can have room to work. Because we're going to put lark's head knots all the way around the top of this jar. Make sure that it's loose enough that you can get your fingers through it. And then we're going to wrap our yarn around this. Just put the end at the bottom and just wrap it around. We're going to wrap it about 36 times. Just wrap it around. This is all you do. This is going to measure your rope or your yarn, so it is all about the same length. This is by far the fastest way to do it. Okay, that wasn't exactly 36, but you get the picture. Now grab it at the end, down at the bottom or at the top, doesn't make any difference, I don't guess, and cut it. That gives you all of these ropes or yarn about the same length. Now we're going to put all of them around the top of this jar in a lark's head knot. So find the two ends and put them together. Go back down. You got your loop there. Put your loop behind your rope on top of your jar. Bring out a pretty good loop and bring your ends through and tighten it up. That's a lark's head knot. We're going to do this with every single one of these. I think we're going to need about 36 of them to go all the way around the top of this and make our piece turn out right at the end. Of course, we're going to be doing square knots to begin with, and you have to have an even amount to make square knots turn out right. So just do that with every single one of your pieces all the way around the jar, and then you're going to tighten it up at the end and it'll be all nice and neat and ready to work with. I'll be back when we get all this done. Okay, we're back, and I put all the lark's head knots around here, 36 of them. Now, whenever you get all that done, you're going to want to make sure that they're all even around the top of your jar, and just tie it with a regular old knot real tight. And then take these and cut them off. I cut them pretty short. And then just work these right around there to where they come together. Now, the first row on our jar is going to be square knots. To do square knots, you take four ropes and you bend this one up, the left one, to make a 4. Take this one over that and around and through this loop right here, through the loop of the 4, and you pull it up to the top. Try to make sure that your two ropes there in the middle do not cross. Now the next part is you just go the other way. You take the right one and make it into a 4, backwards 4. Take this one on top of it and around and through the loop, and then you tighten it up again. We're going to do those on every single one around. So you're going to take the next 4, make a 4, this one over and through the loop of the 4, pull it through, and take your two ends there while you're holding your 2 long ropes to make sure they don't twist on you. All the way up to the top, and then do it backwards. Start with the right side, over and through the loop, and pull. And that is a square knot. Go on to the next 4 and do it again. Sometimes working with yarn, it gets a little bit complicated because yarn is so little. But just work on it and you can get it, and it just might take a while. Okay, I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so I was afraid that you guys couldn't see what I was doing with the square knot, so I'm going to try to show you again. Maybe, hopefully you can see this one. You have your 4 cords. You take your one on the left and bend it up into a 4. And then you take your one on the right, put it over the one on the left, over here, and bring it back behind and through this loop right here. Like that. And then pull it up to the top. Take your 2 ends and pull them up. Make sure that those 2 cords right there don't twist. It doesn't do that as bad if you have rope, but yarn is really hard to work with. So then you're going to go the other way. Take your right cord, fold it over into a backwards 4. Take your left cord, put it over the right one, and back behind and through this loop right here. You take your 2 ends and you pull them up all the way up to the top. And there you have your square knot. Okay, so I think that worked pretty good last time with me showing you with my camera set up like this, so I'm going to show you this. This is what I've done. I've put all of the square knots on the top, and then I've come in down below them and done this double half hitch to make these little V's, and I'm going to show you how I did that. We're going to take the next square knot. We're going to use all of this square knot, the next one, and half of the one beside it. And we're going to do double half hitch on this. So we're going to take the one on the left and hold it over. This one that's underneath it, we're going to bring it up, and we're going to put this through that loop right there, and then pull it up to the top. We're going to do this twice with each rope, like that. This is your traveling rope, and you just keep on hanging on to it and get the rope beside it and pull it up to the top, around this one, through that loop, and then pull it up to the top like that. Make sure you always get the one beside it. See, that right there looked kind of, you couldn't tell which one. You have to make sure you get the one beside it. Don't let it fool you. And you do that twice with each rope. Last one on this side. Now, you just leave that traveling rope right there, and then you see the other half of this square knot, and then you want to get all of the next square knot next to him. All of that one. So there's your ropes to work with. Now you get the one on the right, and you just go the other way. Get the one beside it, and we're going to make a loop, put the tail through the loop, and pull it up to the top. And do it twice with each rope. Just one. Now when you get down here to the end, you still have a hold of your traveling rope here on the right side. Just get the one from the left side and just do that same motion again with it. Twice. And it's going to close it up into a nice little V. And you do that with each one all the way around. Okay, what I've done is I've went ahead and finished up all the diamonds. And then, as you can see at the bottom of the diamonds where they're crisscrossing right there to the side of the diamond, then I took the two end ropes here and just done a square knot around all those middle ones. So I'll show you that right here. The end one on this side and the end one on that side. And I just took all of these for the middle of the square knot. And whenever you do this, you want to not let it get twisted like that. You want to make sure that these stay fairly straight or it's not going to look good. So before you go ahead with your second part of your square knot, just sort of make sure that those are straight. And it's getting kind of short at this point, so it might get a little hard, but it'll be okay. You can do it. And there we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off these ends. I'm going to look and see about where I want them to hit on the jar. And I'm just going to cut them off like that. And I'm going to try to get them all about the same length. Of course, if you don't, then, you know, it's just ropes. It's not a real big deal. And there we go. Okay. And then you can put you a pretty little candle in there or whatever, and it's all done. Okay, everybody, I just wanted to show you what it looked like with a cute little lit candle in it. It's a really good piece. I mean, it doesn't take very long, and I mean, how much cheaper can you get than some old scrap yarn in an old jar? If you like my video, please give me a good thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.